In 2022, you either die a hero or live long enough to sell NFTs. That's the new YouTuber life cycle, and today we get the rare chance to see the final form of the greedy influencer. That's right, the legendary Doublest Downus. I'm of course talking about Jake Tran's recent response. Jake Tran is a YouTuber who spent years exposing evil businesses, but now has been doing the same things that he accuses others of. And last week, I showed how he had started selling NFTs in videos about how bad NFTs are, or selling crypto in a video about how crypto is. And it was just so weird to watch. It felt like your high school counselor was suddenly trying to sell you drugs right after a DARE presentation. I mean, on the one hand, it's so shameless, it's funny. On the other hand, it's very gross. Now, soon after this video came out, Jake got backlash from his community, and he finally responded to all the accusations. And honestly, I'm surprised. I was expecting a response somewhere along the lines of either, I didn't know it was a scam, or it's not a scam, but he didn't even try that. Quote, what did you expect out of a channel that teaches you to be evil? Lol. Now, I'll be honest, I clearly was fooled. I thought his whole series on evil business videos were exposés, but apparently, it's a big to-do list. Like, I think Jake saw this all as a big WikiHow. He's the type of guy to think that The Wolf on Wall Street is like a checklist and not a cautionary tale. And you know, on the one hand, I do really appreciate the honesty of this. But on the other, much more important hand, you're kind of admitting that you don't care if your audience gets scammed by you, which it seems really wrong. Now, that being said, I'd at least respect it if he fully committed to the villain arc. But Jake softens it in the next paragraph and says, in all seriousness, I put my heart and soul into making free premium videos. Every sponsor on this channel helps fund this channel so we can keep upping the quality and quantity. So if you don't like the sponsors, skip the ads, don't buy from them, or unsubscribe from the channel. So basically, he's not sorry, he had to do the scam ads to keep up with the quantity and quality of his videos. But I don't know if I really buy this, to be honest. I mean, look, I like Jake Tran videos, but let's not pretend they cost a fortune to make. He literally uses B-roll from other people's movies for his visuals, and then he farms out his research to like articles in Wikipedia, maybe a book or two. So this whole thing about like, I had to do these ads, otherwise I couldn't possibly produce this quantity and quality of videos. It's like, my guy, you barely make your videos as it is. Your visuals are from filmmakers. You're snagging their clips for fair use. And then lately, he's been farming out even the voiceover of his work, which it's like, I'm not against that, but pretending you're making some Oscar-winning documentaries that require our blood money to fund is a little bit much. And then there's also the thing about like, hey, just don't click it if you don't like it. Just unsubscribe. But I don't think Jake realizes that this undermines every single one of his videos, because why would you complain about tobacco or DuPont or any of these evil businesses when they could just turn around and say the same thing? Like, hey, if you don't like it, don't buy it. Unsubscribe. Why are you buying our cancer sticks, right? Like, which would obviously be missing the point, but is the exact same argument. And this isn't even to mention the fact that Jake Tran isn't a soulless corporation, at least not yet, but rather is a YouTuber with some level of accountability to his audience. And that all makes the next part of his response even more confusing. He says, I love all of you more than any of you could realize. You changed my life in every way possible. Okay, I don't know what to do with this. Like, nothing in these two paragraphs seems to have anything to do with the other. They're diametrically opposed. Like, unsubscribe if you don't like the scam ads I'm running, but also, I love you very much. I don't know if I buy this. I mean, I'm sure his life did change, but I think he's happier about the money part of the equation, clearly. Jake finally ends the response, I apologize for nothing, stay dangerous. So he's not sorry, all of you who got ripped off. Just in case you were wondering if you felt any bit of remorse, the answer is no. And I'm assuming he's one of these guys who thinks apologizing on the internet is like having your pants pulled down in front of the whole class. It's the worst thing that could happen to you. And maybe that's true for some influencers, but if you're the guy exposing corruption, you can't just like shrug off being corrupt yourself. It destroys your whole appeal. And I think this just highlights a problem that I have with Jake's general mentality. Like, I may be wrong about this, but I think he thinks that being a little bit evil is like necessary and important to survive in this world. In fact, that's sort of the point of his entire stay dangerous sign off. He's said before that this is the purpose of his channel and even quotes Machiavelli to suggest that you can't be a good guy.
And that has become the purpose of this channel, to expose how this world of power really works, to help you navigate this world, to level out the playing field for the powerless, to help you become more dangerous. Because as Machiavelli once said, any man who tries to be good all the time is bound to come to ruin among the great number who are not good.
So there it is. He just says it. Like, his job is to make you more dangerous, I guess, by selling you scammy NFTs. But it's pretty clearly and heavily implied that like being good and doing things the right way is like a sucker's game. It's a loser's bet, which obviously I really disagree with. I think Jake thinks he's found the red pill of life. And I just kind of feel bad for him for that, because I'm almost positive this is going to backfire on him in a big way. But I don't know, maybe that's my naive perspective. I have seen a lot of influencers just getting away with scamming their audience, and they just don't care. So maybe we're in a new world, but in my opinion, you know, you can get ahead in the short term by cheating a little, selling out your audience. But once you get that reputation, it sticks. And all in all, I think it was a pretty terrible response. Maybe like a 3 out of 10. That's basically it. See ya.